Let's get into some of the different tools that are available to you at your disposal. So, as you may know, whenever you're doing research, you might often have to go and look through the literature to find out what exactly has been published on your topic before. Google Scholar is getting really good at perfecting results, and if you know how to ask Google Scholar certain things, you can get a lot done with it. But there are some AI tools that can help you in the literature review process also. So one of the first ones is called Consensus. This is a web platform that you can ask sort of big research questions of. It'll draw from papers that have been published that are out there. So it avoids the hallucination issue in some regards. I'll show you in a second how it does. And it will generate a sort of a summary of at least sometimes either the debate on one issue or at least like what the papers said. So this can be good. This is especially good if you are doing something in a big, hotly debated area or research area. In psychology, if you ask a broad question, I'm not a psychologist, so excuse me if I'm totally making stuff up here. If you ask something like, or here, I'll do it from a media's perspective as a communication scholar. Does playing violent video games lead to people being mass shooters, for example? That's a big, broad question. It probably has some research behind it. Consensus will be good at answering something like that. The reason why I asked criminal justice earlier is because the example I often use is, does more policing reduce crime, right? That's a big debate that's out there. Consensus is good for those types of questions. If you're trying to do more open-ended research on stuff that isn't well researched yet, like say you want to ask, how do Latino students at a school like TAMIU feel about using AI research tools in their dissertations and master's thesis? Consensus can't really answer that. It just can't because it's drawing from the established literature. So anything really niche, anything very narrow, it won't be able to do well. Again, if it's something big, like does policing reduce crime? It will have a good chance at that. So